And Super Bowl 59 is just over a week away, airing live right here on Fox 8 from the Superdome. As the city counts down to the big game, leaders are up against the clock to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. And there are just a few days left for the Super Bowl's infrastructure improvements to be ready for fans. Maddie Kurth has a weekend update with the man in charge of pushing the projects towards the goalpost.
Official 1 week countdown is on here for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. And with that comes the finish line of so many infrastructure projects. Michael Hecht here with GNO Inc. has become sort of this Super Bowl czar. Have you heard that? You've been called that?
Infrastructure. I mean, you know, it's being run by the Sports Foundation and the host committee, but we've been in charge of coordinating about 550 infrastructure projects, working with guys like Joe Thread and 25 different organizations, city and state. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I think we're going to get most of it done.
And we've got some big targets here as we're getting to that last hard cutoff of when these projects need to be finished. So right here, we're at Canal and Rampart. Anybody in the city of New Orleans for the past 5 years or so knows that since the Hard Rock Hotel collapse, this has been a bit of a mess. So what's going on here today?
Well, the lights are back on, which is a big deal for us. And I guess to use Philadelphia Eagles terminology, we're ready for the tush push. I wanted to say that live, the tush push. We're getting this done down here on South Rampart. They're going to grout the streetcar, and by Monday, this should be back and looking better than it did back in 2019.
All right, now another big one is Plaza Tower. That is going to get noticed. We have known that. It's been called an eyesore of the skyline for years.
Yeah.
But some big movement happening over the weekend.
It's been a challenge, but I'm thrilled. On the Loyola side, we're going to get a big advertisement about Louisiana Future Energy, or all of the above clean energy future. On the Howard side, it's going to be a B in that number, invitation for people to move to New Orleans. And then on the huge marble fascia facing South Rampart, there's going to be a 70-foot tall Becky Foss. It's going to be called Queen Pelican, beautiful magenta pelican, advertising our culture and one of our great local artists.
Alrighty, so a lot of this art is going to stick around with us. We've been seeing all those murals pop up downtown, maybe even 10, 15 years. I mean, you mentioned an ad to get people to move to New Orleans. Now might be the best time.
Now is a great time. I think that New Orleans is ascendant. We've got so much progress in the past year. You know, crime is down to almost a 50-year low. All of this infrastructure, the energy economy is booming. I'm feeling very optimistic, and it's funny because, you know, growing up and seeing that clarinet on the Holiday Inn, I always loved that piece of art. Now we have pieces like the piece on the courthouse, the B mic that's over Duncan Plaza, the Terrence Osborne on Poydras, the Shep Ferry behind us right here on Canal. And hopefully future people will be inspired by this art, which evokes our culture, our spirit, and our great local talent.
Alrighty, Michael Hecht with GNO Inc. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Super Bowl week is kicking off, opening night Monday night, and the events take off from there. Remember, Fox 8 is your home for all things Super Bowl 59. Download that Fox 8 News app. It's going to be very helpful as we continue to push towards the big game.
Yeah, you're right.
Reporting on Canal Street with Michael Hecht, Maddie Kurth for Fox 8 Local First. Back to you.